I was fucking muted the whole time. Why didn't you guys say something? Fuck. What the fuck? I'm gonna put this little window. I need to figure out the chat situation, but we'll figure that out when we get there. You know? When we make it big. That's when we'll figure it out. But anyways, I wanted to check out this video. I'm not gonna lie. I watched like the first 40 seconds of it. I was like, you know what? Let's go live and chill. Make sure. Wait, can you guys even hear me? Is the audio good? Yeah, the audio's good. All right, you guys can hear me. Mic check 1. There we go. And let's see if you guys can see the game. Yep, you guys can see the game. So we're triple tasking everything right now. And let's see what this guy has to say. He only has 11 subscribers. He doesn't look like he's from the US. So it should be an interesting perspective, right?
You can agree with him, you can disagree with him. But this video is not about taking sides.
Let's see what
it's about discussion. I'm not here to attack any person. I'm here to discuss a logic. If you are ready to see through the narrative, welcome aboard. By the way, this color is not about left. A lot of
this color is not about left. You'd have to be left to believe that color is about left. Not that I'm sidist or anything. I'm just saying there's a side with more critical thinkers.
People think Charlie Cook is a brilliant debater, fast talk, bold attitude, confident stage presence. But when you strip away the emotion and the crowd, what's left is not logic.
This guy's gonna lay it out.
Narrative. Today, we are just discuss about these structures. Let's take a look at one of these recent exchanges, and then I will show you why it's broken.
I didn't go to college, man. How much debt do you have to go to school, by the way?
None.
Okay, wow. Are you on scholarship or?
Yeah.
So who's paying for your college then?
Probably the federal government.
Okay, so I'm paying for your college is what you're saying. This is why you're so defensive of college, because you don't have to walk around the rest of your life with $100,000 student loan debt.
I pay taxes.
You think you pay anywhere close to the tuition value you get at the school? Probably not.
Probably I do.
How much is it to go to school here?
Room, board, tuition, all of it's around $11,000.
$11,000 a semester. So you pay $22,000 a year in taxes?
No.
Okay, got it. That's fine. I'm not faulting you for it, but this is why you're so defensive, is you're detached from the price. It's easy to be defensive of something you're not paying for.
Charlie says, you don't pay tax. I do. So, technically, I'm funding your college. That's not just arrogant. It's logically flawed. In a functioning society.
How is that logically flawed? Hold on. We need to get some troops down real quick. I feel like I'm not doing the video justice here.
I am not fat.
Oh my god, we're way overbuilt. We're terrible. Whatever.
Everyone pays taxes.
Everyone pays taxes.
Maybe not income tax yet, but every coffee, every meal, every bus ride, sales tax, consumption tax, fuel tax. You think students are not paying taxes? They just pay them differently. And more
that's a fair
importantly,
point. That's a fair point. He's kind of cooking there. I'm not gonna lie, when I think I made it to like right here about a minute, and he was making some argument. How did he word it? Like I didn't hear this part, and he's honestly
in a functioning society. Everyone pays taxes.
Yeah, everyone pays taxes.
Maybe not income tax yet, but every coffee, every meal, every bus ride, sales tax, consumption tax, fuel tax. You think students are not paying taxes? They just pay them differently. And more importantly, paying taxes doesn't make you someone's owner.
Yeah, I don't think that's what he was trying to say, though.
If that were true, then every prisoner in America could be told, you eat with my money, so I control your life. But here's the irony. Most prisoners would rather say, fine, stop feeding me, just let me go. You don't get to morally weaponize your taxes just because you hate where the money went. He says, you are only defending college because you didn't have to pay for it. Which sounds like a...
I don't think he's like... was the kid defending
When
college?
you strip away the emotion and the crowd, what's left is not logic, it's narrative.
I wonder if he's like misinterpreting.
Today, we are just discuss about these structures. Let's take a look at one of his recent exchanges, and then I will show you why it's broken.
I didn't go to college, man. How much debt do you have to go to school, by the way?
None.
Okay, wow. Are you on scholarship or?
Yeah.
So who's paying for your college then?
Probably the federal government.
Okay, so I'm paying for your college, is what you're saying. This is why you're so defensive of college, because you don't have to walk around the rest of your life with $100,000 student loan debt. Defensive of college.
I pay taxes.
You think you pay anywhere close to the tuition value you get at the...
I think he's right. Like Charlie Kirk pays way more taxes, but I don't think he's weaponizing it. I think he's just trying to make him see like
The school? Probably not.
Probably I do.
How much is it to go to school here?
Room, board, tuition, all of it's around 11,000.
11,000 a semester. So you pay $22,000 a year in taxes?
No.
Okay, got it. That's fine. I'm not faulting you for it, but this is why you're so defensive, is you're detached from the price. It's easy to be defensive of something you're not paying for.
Charlie says, you don't
Yeah,
you are only defending college because you didn't have to pay for it. Which sounds like a clever attack until you realize he's arguing only people who paid money should have valid opinions. That's not logic, that's elitism. What if someone received health care through insurance? Can they no longer price the system because they didn't pay out of pocket? This is not debate. This is narrative. Shaming turning financial status into moral high ground. Charlie Kirk is not just confused about logic. He's confused about systems. Systems are not personal favors. They are mutual structures. Everyone pays, everyone receives. Just because the system paid for someone's scholarship doesn't mean you personal debt. You are part of the pool, not the fountain. Charlie Kirk is not a debate genius. He's reason genius, a narrative illusionist. But he's not a philosopher. He doesn't build logic. He sells it. If you want to think clearly, stop getting impressed by fast talkers. Start asking, where is the power in this sentence? Who benefits from this farming? And what's the being left?
I think that was a good. I think it was a good video. And I think he is right about everyone paying taxes, because like I've seen auditor videos where you'll have a problem with another state 3 miles over or whatever, and they'll go to the city council meeting and they're like, well, you're not even a resident here, you don't pay taxes. He's like, well, my hotel, I spend money at the gas station, my gas is here. So I mean, following that logic, it's true. But also at the same time, I think how much money is a student really contributing to society? You know what I mean? I think it's the moral is what he was getting at. Oh, I feel like they're both kind of right in a lot of ways. But that video is kind of like taken out of context. I wish I could see like a full clip of the whole debate. I don't know. But no, this is a good video. It's a good video. barely starting out. Let's see what some people are saying in the chat.
Not enough gold.
Some great points raised. Thank you. Well done. He wasn't a debate genius, which I agree. Like, he never claimed he was a debate genius.
This
and I think
my boomstick. What are you looking at?
After
this
watching, I mean, I haven't watched Charlie Kirk a crap ton, but I could see like over the years his principles did shift in some ways, and I think it was on the anti-Semitism one. I don't know what caused that. I know there's a whole fucking theory behind that, and I don't really want to get into that, but I think he did change on that. False narratives, most people. I don't think this is true either. Charlie Cook was a demigod?
Yes. I am not fat. I am not fat. I'm a little bony.
This will be a blast.
Not enough gold.
My guy is popping off over here. Even though his arguments were wrong, he was still skilled enough to make people buy into the false narrative. And most of these people were naive and had no clue. Okay, had no clue what they were defending. That's exactly what Charlie Kirk did. Bro, what? Oh yeah, someone replied. You are absolutely correct. He is really smart. Okay, see, they're saying like every video he was weaponizing emotions and this and that. Off of one, I think it was a short? Like,
when
bro,
you strip
you strip it down. This is one.
How much debt do you have to go to school, by the way?
None.
Okay, wow. Are you on scholarship or?
Yeah.
So who's paying? You don't have college.
Pay taxes.
We don't even see the whole conversation here. We don't know what led up to this. We don't know anything.
What are you looking at?
Unlimited ammo.
What are you looking?
Lock and load.
And maybe it's irrelevant, maybe it's not, but I don't know, man. I think we're basing one man's whole fucking theology off of a 10-second short is wild to me. Crazy. What else we got here? What we got? Oh, here we go.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
What's your name?
I'm Skylar.
Skylar, it's nice to meet you.
Skylar.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
That's a nice name.
Yeah,
It's from
I chose it myself, actually.
Did you?
No,
Chose it
it's not
yourself.
spelled the same as Skylar White. A lot of people
Okay.
think that, though.
Just
It's
come this way
spelled-
just a little.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
spelled S-K-Y-L-A-R.
Okay.
Yeah, not E-R, like in...
So
Right
you've
back.
changed your name recently?
No,
is
I've
this
been
guy?
using Skylar for like
got a lot
4
of
years now,
subscribers.
I think.
Okay. Well, that's pretty recent.
Yeah, I mean, relatively, I guess. I'm like, what am I, 19? No, I'm 20 now. So that's a fifth of my life?
Yeah.
I don't know, how much is a fifth of your life?
A fifth of my life would be about 10 years.
Not enough
Yeah.
I
gold.
turned 50 in a couple months.
Happy birthday.
Is that would you say 10 years is a small amount of your life?
Oh my god, it's Asa.
I wouldn't say 10 years is small. It's half of your life, though.
What school is this?
So why
God
did you change your
damn.
name?
Oh, I'm
Looks like a
transgender.
goddamn
Okay.
Turk.
So I was assigned male at birth,
Okay.
but then I transitioned to become female.
I need to get out more.
Okay. So
God damn.
how come you did all that? Let's just hear your story. I'm just curious in hearing what
well,
you have to
like,
say.
I was never like particularly happy with my body, and especially when I went through puberty, I started to notice that I was like just feeling really depressed
with
about
the
how my
body.
body was like changing and stuff. And I just
I
feel a
feel
lot
bad.
more
I
happy
feel bad
now
for
that
kids nowadays,
have
man.
been doing transitioning for a few years.
All right. So when did you start?
I guess I social. Do you know the difference between like socially transitioning
All I
and
do is
medically
talk about this. Yeah.
Yeah. So I socially transitioned probably freshman year of high school, I think, and
Socially transition. And the difference between.
then I started HRT, like medical transition stuff. I've been doing that for about 2 years. I think I'm coming up on.
Were you 18 when you started?
Yeah, I was over 18.
Okay.
I do think that that's valuable sometimes too, is waiting till you're 18, but also like.
Certainly better than 12.
What are you looking at?
I'm not entirely sure. I think puberty blockers are a good middle ground, though. Wait, are you against puberty blockers for like children with precocious puberty too, or is your just statement like?
Well, that's a totally different issue. This is about kids who aren't. My issue is about kids that don't. I understand.
Yeah.
Let me just. I'll answer your question if I may. This isn't about kids with precocious puberty.
Okay.
That is debatable, I would say.
Okay.
I still think
But this
you're messing
topic
with
isn't debatable?
nature. But with healthy children that don't have precocious puberty who have come to believe that they are transgender, I would say absolutely never should we be giving puberty blockers to them.
Gotcha.
Why do you think a child might ask to go on puberty blockers?
What child asked
Well,
that,
all these
bro?
kids today are being indoctrinated to believe that
Damn right they are.
they were born in the wrong body, that they are
Bro, I was
transgender.
a kid, I never asked. Never.
Society, culture.
Never crossed my
What
mind.
part of society?
I wanted to
Well,
play.
it depends. Each case is
I
different.
wanted to fucking play PlayStation. I wanted to go home so I could play fucking Diablo 2. Never. This whole topic is so manufactured. I feel like in so many goddamn ways. Like y'all need to get a Game Boy or something like that. That shit is
What are you looking?
crazy. We about to get a dub right now because this is gonna be a hard push.
For the clan.
Different. Sometimes
I
it's
think
kids
this
online.
whole shit's
Sometimes it's teachers at school.
Manufactured.
Sometimes
What?
it's
Is
even
it?
kids on playing video games who run into people online.
don't
It's
think there's
Reddit,
really
it's Tumblr,
enough
it's
research
TikTok.
on
They're blaming
There was a
video-
young woman who
it's
came
not
out here with me a few years ago,
Oh, yeah.
back before you were even coming here.
Oh my god.
I've been doing this a while. And she was actually led to believe online through video games. When she was 16 years old,
She was
talking to
she
a couple
was
people
groomed.
through, video games, and she came to believe that the reason for her distress was because she was transgender. So she had a double mastectomy at 16 and went on testosterone, and then had deep regrets and detransitioned at 19.
So
but you can't really
the
detransition,
issue
right?
for you is like detransitioners, you think?
The issue,
Like you're afraid that so many people are detransitioning that it's not worth it?
my issue is this entire ideology. I would say there's no such thing as being transgender.
Okay.
So what do you think is up with that? So if I say I'm transgender, what do you think is wrong with me?
Everything.
Well, I'm not here to say there's anything wrong with you or you.
What is gender ideology?
Well, gender ideology is the
this a
belief
chick
that
too, then.
essentially that
You got that
stereotypes
tomboy
determine our
haircut,
gender.
though.
That if you are a more masculine female,
Have
or
you ever worn a dress before?
well, would you like me to finish answering your first question?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's essentially the belief that these effeminate boys or these girls who are more masculine, that they might have a gender different than their sex. And I think that whole notion that gender is separated from sex is absurd. For the longest time, we used gender as a synonym for sex, and that was
Right.
fine. But this ideology teaching that your gender is a social construct, that it's dependent on the customs, traditions,
So-
stereotypes of the day, I think that's ridiculous.
You disagree with the presentation of like gender.
Yeah. I say there are two
So what would
sexes,
you-
zero
like-
genders, and
I
infinite
hate
personalities.
this
Do you think I
argument.
shouldn't?
I cannot do it. Crazy. That guy stood there for an hour. Give that guy an award. He needs a freaking award. Let's watch some Azzy. Oh wait, is this car? I didn't finish watching this. Oh no.
I'd like for it not to be back there.
Hey, listen, you know people do it anyway.
So is that a good excuse? Everybody
For me, it is.
else jumps off a bridge.
You know what, Captain Narcotics? Get the fuck out of my face, please.
Why are you being so nasty?
Because no one asked you to be over here talking reckless to me.
I'm not being reckless, I'm being sweet.
Get the fuck out of my face.
Well, that's not very nice. I'm gonna give you a magnet just for your bad attitude. Because you have not shown, if she said, oh, I'm sorry, let me take that for you. It's that right here.
Don't put shit in my fucking car. What are you doing?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm giving you a magnet that says, don't return my shopping cart like a jerk. I know you littered. That's not nice.
Don't touch my fucking car.
Why are you saying the F word so
Don't touch
much?
the car.
You see how people can be sometimes, sir?
I know, dude. Hey, I'm
Wait, who's he talking to? Who's he talking to?
You don't put shit on people's car.
You don't
touch people's car.
no.
Ma'am.
Get the fuck away from me.
You don't leave your card out and then being mean about it and nasty about it.
This guy's over here trying to be
Car,
chill.
there you go.
Now
Look at everyone looking.
now it's a traffic hazard.
Oh
Don't
Yeah,
put
it's a
shit
traffic
on my
hazard.
car.
Can you see what that one
Go
says?
the fuck away.
Can you read that one?
no. Oh, you
Get
can take
the
it
fuck out of my
back.
face.
That's not what it says. It says you could have returned 50 cards in the time you spent arguing.
you
So
got-
this is what
you
they
got
spend
caught.
money on.
Who's-
People like you.
who's
People
they?
need their
You got
baggy
caught.
fucking
You got
bag.
I don't work for the store. I'm a volunteer.
Okay, then you then get out of my face.
Well, man, you've already shown that you're a very bad person. You're.
Ma'am, you already shown that you're very messy, very bad. Don't put anything on this car.
Why not?
Because don't put anything on this car.
That's not. That's you're just repeating the same
Do not
initial
put
phrase.
anything on this car.
You're not, that's not a why, man. You're just
You
saying.
need to get in.
No,
Okay, go ahead.
they're enjoying your ridiculousness. You're acting like a
Yeah,
tan.
no, they're probably laughing at you,
W.
looking like a
Sir,
fucking
whom are you laughing at?
Look at him.
Oh, I was just saying that. Dude, I've seen your content.
Don't
Shit,
put
I
shit
love
on my
it.
fucking car. I'm gonna call the fucking police.
What are you gonna tell the effing police, ma'am?
That you're being disrespectful.
Now, who started being? Who was disrespectful first?
God damn, Kevin, I'm about to whip somebody's ass right now.
Who? Mine?
Get the fuck. I'm about to get my father
look at
to get
him.
here and whoop your ass.
Is he,
Get the fuck
do you
away
think he
from
could
my
beat me
car.
up?
Look at.
Because you can't.
I'm not trying to.
Neither am
Who's
I.
your
I'm not trying to hurt
girlfriend?
anybody either. But you're the one who
Bob,
started.
go away, Bob.
Who's Bob?
Pissed.
Is that like a
Jason,
I feel like this
Jason?
is just a
Christopher,
guy
go
thing.
away.
It's Agent Sebastian.
Go away.
I'm with a very powerful, confident,
Agent Sebastian, get the fuck
responsible,
away from me.
and sexy cart narcs.
God damn, you and your damn camera. Get the fuck away from me.
Oh, he backing out.
Ma'am, why do you think I'm doing this?
Shy is recording now because you look like an idiot.
Now,
We're
there's
not gonna
two
get
options. Either I look like an idiot or you do. Which do you think is more likely?
Oh man.
Really?
Yes, of course, really. Why?
Go.
It's like the fifth time.
I can't tell.
Go.
Ma'am, I told
Go.
you, I asked you to
Kevin,
go
I
and.
need you to come up here. I'm on
Who's Kevin?
a flat floor. I'm on
Is that Bob? Is that like Bob or Jason?
this dude right here. He keeps bothering me. Him.
Sir, what happened is your
This
daughter,
dude.
your daughter left her
won't leave me
card out.
alone.
No,
He keeps putting
That
stuff on my
shit
She
car.
left her
Crazy.
card out blocking traffic, and so I'm trying to have a
Get
conversation.
the fuck away.
Sir, can I have a conversation,
she
please?
got her
Get the fuck away.
Can I have a
man on
conversation, please?
Get the fuck away. He will be up
Sir,
here in a
let me
minute.
explain. Let me explain.
Get away.
Let me explain.
Now they
Why
both
is nobody
yelling.
listening and
Because
just
who
yelling?
the fuck what you're talking about?
Man, that's the whole problem. Is
Sir, move.
Sir, why are you yelling at me, sir?
Don't put anything on my car.
Sir, you haven't even heard what I was talking about
Don't
yet.
put anything in my car.
Sir.
You literally followed me over here.
Sir, no, ma'am,
You
I'm
literally
walking.
followed me over here.
From where?
Help!
Oh,
Oh god.
you're not the victim,
Somebody
ma'am.
help!
What happened?
Somebody's harassing me.
That's not true.
Call the police. Call the police.
Ma'am,
He's harassing
don't
me.
waste police resources.
He's harassing me. He's harassing me.
Ma'am,
Call the police.
this is
Somebody help me. He's
that's not what's
harassing me.
happening here.
He's harassing me.
Ma'am, you're harassing everyone else by leaving your card out.
Move away from my
You can
car.
leave at any time, ma'am.
I'm at the one right here.
Sir.
Off of Jefferson. and
Sir,
Sepulveda.
I would like to talk to you real quick, sir.
You're harassing me.
You can't just say
You're
that.
harassing me.
You're harassing everyone and causing property damage. Don't waste 911's time.
He's harassing me.
Don't, that's not true, ma'am. I'm having a
Get away from my
conversation.
car. Get the fuck away from
I'm
my
having a
car.
conversation
Run it, she
about
run it,
this
she
car
run it,
right
run
over
it.
here.
Fucking police on you.
Don't waste the
I'm about
police's
to call
time.
fucking police.
Oh,
Get away from
no,
my
look
car.
at-
How could I be harassing
I'm
you?
harassing
Look at the other car, look
How
at
could that be when you're
Get
chasing
away
me?
from my car.
How am I harassing
You're
you
fucking
when you are
harassing me.
chasing me? How is that
He's
possible?
harassing me. Get him away.
I'm not harassing anybody. She left her card out right there, and I'm asking her to put her
You're
card.
harassing me.
I'm not harassing you. I am not harassing. Who? I'm being chased by her.
Get the fuck off my car.
guy's
I'm
literally
not
being
harassing her.
harassed by
Obviously,
her.
she's chasing me. She left.
Fucking die, you piece of shit.
Die?
Oh
Get away from
god.
my car.
Ma'am,
Oh
I
god,
asked
she's
her
being
to put that.
dramatic.
I asked her to put that card
Get him
back.
away
That's
from
all
my
I
car.
asked.
Oh
Not
my
I'm
harassing.
here in a minute. Get the fuck away from my car.
You guys know what's going on, right?
Yes, I know you are.
So
Look at-
I'm not harassing anybody. I'm asking her not to do that.
No,
Look at-
he's harassing
Look
me.
at the
Man, I
car.
asked-
The car has to go around now. Look at. That's a danger. That is a goddamn danger right there.
Politely,
Me all the way over here.
not all the way over here. I
Look
was
at, look at
already
now
over
this guy's
here.
got to move it.
Can I offer you a sticker while we're here, sir? Thank you for your
damn.
I'll take the sticker. I'm actually a fan of your
How much
videos.
block
Okay, well,
prevention do they have?
you'll be
There's
anonymous
like 10
then.
guys there.
But you understand, I'm not harassing her. I'm not endangering anybody. I'm not. Watch out. She's very.
I'm waiting right here. My stepdad's on here.
That you're blocking traffic, ma'am.
Stepdad.
Fella.
Oh, he almost got
I'll
with
get out
it.
of your hair, guys. I don't want to make your guys. I don't want to make your job any harder. I'll head out. But now you see, playing the victim when there was no victiming.
Yeah. Playing the victim.
Now I did promise those guys I'd leave, so I'm not going to apply another magnet.
Duty officer, leave it alone or I'll call.
I just told him I'm leaving. I understand that, sir.
Look at this. Look at
But,
this.
but I was not
Darren.
harassing anybody. Would you agree?
Get the fuck out.
I'm headed out.
What a
Absolutely,
Darren, bro.
absolutely, sir.
Fucking Darren.
No, see that's the problem.
He has
Even
no
an
idea
officer
what
who should
happened.
know better than to just trust the loudest, screamiest person and bro up to me like, hey, bro. Well, anyway, a couple lessons to be learned there, Narcoteers. I'll let you all discuss in the comments. Great job, sir. Appreciate you taking your cart back to the proper location. Uh-oh, what's this over here? That's not the proper location. That's a curve.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hit him.
That's unfortunate. There's some sort of litter on the ground, too. Oh, man. Got all kinds of issues over here.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good today.
Shit on the
Good, yeah,
ground.
well, although unfortunately this cart now is taking up a little bit of these spots.
He's being a litter boy.
Well, you know what? Since you decided to do the right thing, I'll do it for you.
Are you sure?
I'm happy to do that.
Oh, dude, this
well,
guy's
thank you so
bro.
much.
You're very, no, I appreciate the kind,
He got caught. He
the
knew
kind-
he got caught.
I guess, admission,
good man.
I suppose.
I like your uniform.
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Oh, see, he's a
Yes,
chill
sir.
dude.
Thanks for being a nice guy. I appreciate that.
That dude is chill
Now-
as fuck.
Folks, you might think I'm like in Green Bay, Wisconsin or something, how nice he was. No. This is ratty old Culver City, California.
Oh, damn.
And that was a
Now
lovely,
is
lovely
it,
attitude.
bro?
A+. Oh no, not even the curb. Just loose. Oh, that's not where the car goes. That's the driving lane.
Right in the middle, bro. Come on.
You got saved.
Oh, you got saved.
Oh, yeah? Cart
Got a
narcs. We gotta
layup.
direct folks where the cart returns are if they can't see them.
Oh,
You know.
that's pretty neat.
You know that.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So, what happens if I don't return it? I get a spanking?
Well,
Get a citation?
first off, you'll get a little help. I'll say, oh, hey, it's right over there, for instance.
Okay.
Now, in that case, you got it with perfect timing. She just took it for you. But let's see, that could have rolled away. We know this. I do have magnets, little magnets. I don't should be offended by it, but it's...
I go.
That's
cute.
Well, did you,
That's cute.
but the other thing too,
I
if
wonder
you
if
ask,
she would've
if people
returned
say, oh, hey, would you take it for me? I say, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'll get you a sticker. How about that? Because you were very open to discussion.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thanks for being
From
sweet.
now on, I'm going to always make sure I put it where it
Damn.
belongs.
That's a great attitude. Or see this little area right here? See this little, you can put it right there too. But
Okay.
that's what we're here for, kind of direct people.
All right.
Thank you for being, that's just fantastic. Oh, look at this.
She
Could
was
have gone
good
right there.
sport. She was a good sport.
Huh. And what is that sign?
I don't know if she thought.
Everybody
I
catch
think
that
she
sign?
thinks
Oh,
she's
you
legit,
don't
though.
have to take on the cart return. Well, you're sure as heck supposed to. But great attitude. From now on, you know, it's better late than never is a good
Out here
phrase.
doing
Never too late to start. Cart knocks out.
fucking God's word. Literally. That's cart
I wonder
narc.
what could possibly have been the reason.
Sidewalks of Herald Square. Homeless outreach workers are pleading with a man with bare feet. Others approach another man who refuses to move. This breaks my heart right here. Mayor Adams is determined to change.
So every winter when temperatures drop, the subway sadly turns into a place of refuge for New York City's homeless. And while the city has plans to relocate unhoused individuals out of America's largest public transit network, activists say the homeless have a right to use the subway how they see fit.
You see how they got? Look. What if you're a fat ass?
You fuck.
Like, I mean, damn.
You sitting on the...
Yeah, that's bad. You stop it? Well, that's
They
true.
use the
This guy's
subway
still
how they
past-
see fit since it's open to the public. But as it turns out, the mayor has plans to change that.
We are getting a better idea of the progress being made under the Adams administration's controversial overnight homeless outreach program.
This is a picture-perfect example of why we should not be saying he has a right to be out there. He doesn't know he needs help.
On a crowded subway station, you've got half of the subway cars taken up with people who are sleeping. They're not committing a crime per se here, but this is a symptom of a larger problem.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think it is a symptom of a large. It's just yeah. You know what? Like if you're just nice and you just let people stay there, they like start building rust bases. Like Asmongold's once said, they just start building shit, and it gets substantially worse over time.
Bad-looking storefronts here underground, where you could once grab a.
There was one. I don't know if he's gonna talk about it in this video, but there was one where I heard they're playing like freaking tiger noises and fucking cat noises outside, and like extremely loud, to where like if I lived anywhere next to like these businesses, I would go insane. And they let it like just play it extremely loud so no homeless people like sit around their business and pass out.
Or a newspaper or a
the rust
coffee.
base.
Of 195 retail spaces in the subway system, only 52 of them are open for business. A vacancy rate of nearly 75%.
I have two young boys. They're 9 and 13.
I mean, it's almost impressive that you can like.
Walking around.
I'm almost jealous they can
feel
just
they're
pass
safe
out on the
when
floor
we see
like
that.
It's about.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably on a shitload of drugs.
Because the thing is that this is another one of those situations, like what I was telling about before, is that I've had to deal with a lot. Like, this is in Austin, right? You think Austin gives a fuck about homeless people? Like, we don't give a fuck. Like, the cops don't give a fuck. Like, nobody gives a fuck. So, like, you just got homeless people. They're building rust spaces. They're building. They got 2-story rust spaces.
Yeah, they're building rust spaces. It's not only that, like
under a bridge.
There was a dude here where I live, and someone went to like go buy him a sandwich or something, and they were gonna pay for him because they thought he was, you know, homeless and whatnot. But he's like, he paid for the other dude's thing. He's like, oh, I'm not homeless. I got plenty of money. But he chooses to live like that. Is what I don't know if they interviewed him or what the heck the deal was. But yeah, anyway, he had a dog and he had a whole rust space built. He would just sit out in the blazing sun. I live in the desert, so it's kind of like dangerous just sitting in the sun all day. But yeah, he would just sit out in the sun. I think someone reached out, got him a hotel. He had a dog that was all dirty and mangled. They cleaned him up, got him, and then he just went right back to the same spot. So you almost can't help these people is what I'm saying. You can't, just because you feel bad for someone is very
man has a price.
Selfish of your empathy, because they might want to live, genuinely want to live like that. You know what I mean?
Like, I take pictures of it, right? Because it's like, damn, that's crazy. I never thought, I didn't even think you could do that. Yeah, Hobotopia. Yeah, exactly, right. Honestly, it's impressive. I kind of like looking at him, right? And so show it. No, and so like the cops don't care. Like nobody cares. But I do think that like the problem is that every once in a while you do have one of them that's like aggro, right? And like it's the same thing what I said before about how like kind of 99% of these people are just fucking like their life sucks so bad. They don't want to have anything to do with you. They just want to sit there and it's like exist.
Yeah.
But the 1% that's like hostile or aggressive,
yeah,
they're the ones that everybody thinks about, right?
Or some
90% mental illness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You pull that. Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to.
Maybe it's 90% mental. Yeah. Is mental illness like? I feel like shit also happens in these people's lives where they just kind of like he said, just want to sit there and exist.
I pull aggro on that 1%, right?
understanding our responsibility to help people who are in desperate need, but just can't recognize it themselves.
Yeah.
And there's nothing respectful about leaving somebody to rot.
That's actually a really good point, is that a lot of the people, I think that they usually don't have places to go in a lot of cases. And sometimes they do, but like for whatever reason, they can't go there.
Or they don't want to.
It's just very problematic. Extremely problematic.
Yeah, it's problematic for kind of them and society, because it's, you know, if there's like a whole Fortnite base built out front of like a McDonald's or something, and there's like a bunch of zombies, you know, muddling about around it, like you're probably not gonna want to go inside. It's bad for business, you know what I mean?
But like, if you put these people in a place with the public, you're gonna have a lot of friction, and it's gonna create. It's gonna be bad for everybody. It's bad for the homeless people, and it's bad for the public too. It's like everybody loses. That one guy set her on fire. Yeah, no, he's just a psycho. Like, I mean, you set people on fire. Like, normal people don't set other normal people on fire, right? Like, that's psycho behavior.
Starting to say the subway is turning into an underground wasteland. And we're going to investigate this wasteland to see how bad it really is. But what nobody wants to admit is that you could drastically decrease the number of people living down here if you do more to help them live somewhere else. But our subway is actually a mess of New York City's own making, with crime and lawlessness.
What's that one movie with the cars? And they're fighting for oil and gas.
So out of control down here, there is still a force of National Guard troops.
Yeah, they got a lot of people down there. Like, this is what they need to do. Like, because, I mean, the thing is that if you, it's like a problem that gets worse. So, like, if you know that you can go down there and act the fool, you're going to have way more people doing it.
Right.
Everybody's going to be doing it because now you know that's where you can go and do that.
Like,
and so
if you know there's an outlet where you can charge your phone at, and plug in a surge strip, or what do they call it, a splitter where you can plug a bunch of other shit. Well, of course you're gonna go there to always charge your phone and do a bunch of crazy shit.
You have to have these people there, and it makes itself worse and worse and worse. It's a snowball effect, exactly.
Yeah.
Deployed throughout the system, monitoring it for dangerous activity, along with thousands of extra police, and city leaders know that the second they pull out, the criminals are just going to come right back. But you know something? Lawlessness doesn't stop at physical crimes like robbery and assault, which still take place down here because troops aren't riding the trains. The lawlessness down here also includes fare evasion, which costs the city roughly $700 million a year in financial losses. And
$700 million. If it costs $700 million to have fare losses, wouldn't it just be better to have somebody there and pay them like $100 grand a year to just stop them from doing that? Like, because I feel like if you have the logic, like, couldn't you save a bunch of fucking money? But why did they not figure this out? 700 million is nothing. Yeah, but 10 million to pay the guys to sit there is even less. So I feel like it makes sense.
Yeah. I think it would just get worse, though,
the thing is,
then
like,
that money wouldn't be enough, and they would just start wanting more over time. I think he's kind of joking around here, obviously. Nothing will ever be enough in society with everyone. This goes for everyone.
Who knows where the money goes? Yeah, I know. It just says that Japan has a system like that. Yeah, no, that's what I would. Yeah, for sure. You can't have people that are crossing the shit and not paying. What the fuck? Like, everybody did that. You couldn't run the system. Automatic turrets. Shit. Oh shit! They got the turrets. Damn. All right.
Shockingly, when the
All
MTA
right.
arrests fare beaters, they tend to have active warrants. On top of that high-profile
What a
court case
surprise.
involving Jordan Neely, a homeless street performer with 42 prior arrests, has city officials admitting more people could unknowingly be putting themselves and others in harm's way. And that brings us to the real reason why the city is now taking drastic steps to move people who are
42. Oh no, that dude. Yeah, that dude went ape shit. That dude was going wild.
homeless living on the subway out of it. It puts people with mental health issues at risk.
Like, and that's the thing is that Jordan guy, like that guy. I mean, obviously somebody needs to stop him because he's coming to somebody's tonight, right? Obviously. But he should have never been in public to begin with. Like, realistically, he should have never been there.
What is he talking
He should
about?
have been in a mental institution. He should have been in jail.
Oh, he's
He
talking about
should
the
have
guy
been
on
in
the freaking bus, I think. That stabbed that girl. Is that,
place where people were taking care of him. Is there something wrong with him?
or maybe he's not. Shit.
There's something massively wrong with him.
I don't know who he's talking about.
And if you don't do that, you put everybody at
I think I
risk.
just lost
And this is the problem that people... Greenland, yeah, exactly. That's why we're buying Greenland. We're going to put all of them in Greenland.
Fair for a city that spends as much money as New York does every year not to
Yeah.
do more to help people who think this is the only place they have to stay. And with the city
Because
set to
you think
activate
about
its
how much money...
I wonder how many of these people they offer help to that just don't want it.
the state spent on Jordan, not Jordan Neely, but what's the guy that killed him? I forgot his name. Daniel Penny. How much money the state spent on Daniel Penny proceedings? Millions of dollars. Like, I'm talking about millions and millions of dollars spent dealing with this guy, processing him, getting him around, trials, conversations, interviews with the fucking media. Millions of dollars. When you could have just spent maybe $1 million to keep this guy taken care of, and that's it. That'd all be it. The West has become too tolerant to people that misbehave. The problem is that it is a form of self-indulgent tolerance that is built around trying to make a person feel good and not trying to solve a problem. So these people care more about doing what is optically the right thing, but they don't care about actually solving the problem. Because, like, and this is what I was saying before about how it's like this performative, selfish empathy that people have.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I think this is a great example.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Selfish empathy. Yep. I mean, he hits it right on the head, doesn't he?
Example of it right here. Activism starts when action starts, or stops when action starts. Yeah, exactly. Does the U.S. have forceful institutionalization? I mean, like, for like crazy extremes, yeah. But we used to, and the system we used to have was also really bad. So we got rid of it, and we let them loose. It's all performative. Yeah, that's it. A bullet probably only costs a few cents, right? No, you can't shoot people that are crazy, because, like, the thing is that this is the way I see it. Like, if you, like, I pay my taxes every year. Like, my family pays their taxes every year. If we have somebody in the family that's nuts, I would want my tax money to go towards the government taking care of that person. Right. And so, like, you can't just shoot the crazy people, because those people's families have paid into this system to take care of them, right? Like, that's it. They take it. Yeah, exactly, right? Taxation's theft. It can't be. Taxation is not theft. Theft implies ownership. The government defines ownership. If the government can define ownership, they can also define what is not ownership.
I mean,
You don't own anything.
Yeah, I mean, he is right about that. Is it right? Probably.
It doesn't
I would argue
exist.
that it's not, but he is right about that.
It's all a construct.
Yeah.
Its controversial congestion pricing scheme, which will tax drivers who refuse to use the subway. The powers that be have decided that if they're going to punish everyone who doesn't use our dangerous public transit networks, they better not do it while also punishing the homeless by neglecting them. But as you're about to see, the city's efforts to help people move out of this place aren't exactly going as planned.
See, I just wish that all those protesters that want to go and sing and talk about how bad Donald Trump is and scream and screech outside of his fucking
the
building.
real problem is that if you start like 100% paying for these people to do shit, what? I mean, there's a lot of people in the world. I'm not saying like I would want to live like this. Oh my god! What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I can't shoot in here. Bro. Oh, they killed him. Okay. Go ahead and close this. Oh fuck! I forgot what I was saying. What the fuck? I never seen a bear go in here. That's wild.
Why aren't you over here on the subways helping these crazy people?
Oh yeah. What I was saying was like, if you make their life, if everything in life was paid for, why work? You know what I mean? Because you can like get something better. Obviously, you can get a Ferrari, bigger house, and nicer shit. But I feel like a vast majority, you know, if you incentivize people to stay home, they're gonna stay home. So where's the line? You know what I mean?
Why aren't you helping these people? Like, some of these people are not even crazy. They're just, life is fucked, right?
Yeah.
Like, their leg doesn't work or something. Like, yeah. Like, every single time I see a protest somewhere, it's like, how can you be protesting some bullshit like this when you have people that are homeless? Like, if you just took your time and you put your gas money for $5, everybody put $5 together, make these people food, help them do something, it would be instantly, it's hard. Yeah, exactly, right? Well, that takes actual work. Yeah. And it's a lot easier to go outside the Trump building and oh, right. Yeah, I'm fighting fascism. Uh-huh.
He's got a point.
Pathetic.
So here we are at the 34th Street Herald Square subway terminal, which is quite large, quite warm, and sadly has become a visual display of the humanitarian crisis taking place beneath the streets of New York City. In fact, this particular area where we're standing right now with this green backdrop here, this used to be the entrance to a mall which has become abandoned, and it's a place where people have been sleeping in the evenings. At least that was what was going on down here until the city decided to take steps to stop that from happening. Steps which many say are extremely controversial. At the same time, look at this place. It's loud, it's bright, there's dripping water, there's trash all over the place. This is not...
It's a shithole. It's obviously a shithole. Like, over in Europe, some places in Europe it's like this. In China, it's not like this as much. In Japan, it seems like it's not. This is a shithole. It's disgusting.
Somebody should be trying to live on a full-time basis, that's for sure. And city officials are defending their new plans as being necessary to help those who may not be able to help themselves.
Governor Kathy Hochul said today that Jordan Neely should have been removed from the subway. She is promising a new series of policies to address the state's mental health crisis. That will come as welcome news to those in need and to the boots on the ground, the police officers and social.
So here you have a group of police and outreach workers who invited the press to come with them to this very same subway terminal while they went about contacting, that's what they call it when they interact with people who might appear to be unhoused. And the New York
I live
Post
in London, it's not bad as this? Yeah, I mean, I bet, the reason I said not Europe is that I think that Europe has a lot of disparities. I bet there are places in Europe that are really bad, and there's other places that aren't really bad. That's the only reason I said that. Unhoused? Yeah. So people, the unhoused language, it's like undocumented immigrant. like if I go and I steal something from a store, am I an unreceipted customer? No, of course not.
Show
It
me
is
a
soft
receipt.
language that's meant to be a euphemism to make people think more positively about the group of people. That's what it is. It's annoying, never play into it. They're homeless and they're illegal immigrants. It's that simple. Any other language is a lie.
Fair enough.
Who tagged along says that 96 individuals were found to be sleeping in this one terminal. And there's an extremely high likelihood that if this investigation had taken place in more places than just this.
Racist take? Is that my racist? Oh, I guess I'm a racist.
Now. Uh-oh.
I don't give a fuck. Like, you want to think I'm a racist? Go ahead. Sure, I don't give a fuck. Like, okay.
That the sad state of affairs down here would be even more obvious. Furthermore, this tag-along only included a stroll through this terminal. They didn't ride the trains, where there are many people who sadly are calling that their temporary home. And although the total number of homeless living in the subway is unknown, this article estimates it could be as high as 4,100 people. And there could be more people living down here in the subway than in some small towns in America, which is shocking. However, what's even more shocking is that the city's efforts to help move people from here to an actual place which has been set aside for them to stay haven't exactly been working.
Each night, nurses and social workers are teaming up with New York City police officers, part of the mayor's latest initiative to offer shelter and services to the homeless, and to involuntarily commit those with severe mental illness who refuse treatment.
So this is the part where things get controversial. Every night you've got these outreach teams that scour the subway looking for folks who might be down here and might not have anywhere else to go. And their goal is to help them go somewhere better than this. And the way this is done is by approaching an individual who might be sleeping or lounging about the platform and asking them if they need assistance, which activists say constitutes harassment.
That's just like the guy right there. Just existing. Just sitting there existing. It's like the same guy we had in town, and he would just sit there with his dog.
Them if they need assistance, which activists say constitutes harassment, while ignoring the
like, I wonder what goes through their head. Like, what are they thinking? You know? You think they're thinking? I've seen people like go up and talk to them and ask, you know, obviously. But I wonder if they truly tell you what they're thinking or what's going on in there. I remember we had a homeless lady that would like cuss at people too, like
human.
For no reason.
Activists say it constitutes harassment. Well, why aren't activists doing anything that constitutes help?
Because they don't want
Oh,
to.
that's right.
It
Because they're
requires
activists.
Effort.
They act like they're helping.
Of letting people think this dangerous environment is the only place they've got to stay. However, the New York Post says of the 96 people who were contacted and asked if they needed assistance, only 16 agreed to accept. Yet the city does have the authority to involuntarily commit people who could be a danger to themselves and others, something the governor...
Which they should do, by the way. It's not even a question. They obviously should do this.
Says could have saved Jordan Neely, who was part of an altercation in the subway which made national headlines. And sadly, the governor makes a good point. If you've got people living in the subway who are not in the right frame of mind to take care of themselves and nothing is done, those people are at risk.
They put everybody at risk, and they cost the city a lot of money. Like, let's say there's another Jordan Neely, and, you know, he gets choked out or killed. Well, this is going to be like the train is delayed, everybody's upset, there's a bunch of police that come down, there's a trial. This is collectively millions of dollars of a problem.
I think Asmongold's take on this part that he's going to make right here is like a really good W. There was a video I just watched earlier, I can't remember what it was. They just let this dude out of jail, and he was going from like bar to bar, just drinking up, creating a tab, and then not paying for it. And acting weird, following women, just making everyone uncomfortable. People were leaving because of this guy. He's acting very, very strange. No one knew if he was like, you know, off in the head, a little special. He might have been, but definitely wasn't sound mind. You know what I mean? And yeah, the cops would just usher him along, and it was like a 2-day or 3-day thing of them just constantly getting calls. So how much money did that guy generate in revenue or wages for, you know, for paying all the cops to come out every fucking time someone calls them, the cops got to come out. You're paying the dispatcher to dispatch the cops, and then like 2 or 3 cops show up, which you know, you could argue that that's unnecessary, which I would probably agree with you, but how much money is that? Like, there was probably thousands of dollars, and they let this guy out of jail, and now he's right back in jail. And it's like they could have just saved money just keeping him in jail, and now he's back in jail. So it's like the whole repeat offender. I know it's a different topic, but
problem.
He's about to
$1 million problem.
Yeah, it is.
Multi-million-dollar problems. You can't let that shit happen.
We always do.
Shelters close the door till morning. You can't do drugs in there. That's why they won't go.
Who commented that? That's such a W comment.
Okay, well, I mean, if they're just sitting there smoking crack, then just arrest them. Like, I mean, you gotta do something, right? I mean, like,
yeah.
You can't have somebody doing that. I mean, that's not okay. That's
jail time.
Yeah.
You're gonna go pick up trash.
1,000 have been approached in the past 3 months, and roughly 1/3 have accepted care, including treatment. The critics say that he should have a right to be in a public subway system on a public street.
I'm pro that. I'm pro, like, kind of forced labor, like, you know, picking up trash, maybe cleaning up spray paint, like stuff that would help the community and stuff, like cleaning parks, maybe not parks. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't have felons or convicted people in parks, but you know what I'm getting at. Like, I think that's a positive outcome, and it might be seen as mean, but even if I was wrongly convicted and I was still helping my community, being forced to or whatever, at least it's like I would still feel that it's a positive outcome of my time, you know what I mean, rather than just sit there.
He shouldn't be harassed by the city or by the police.
And the critics are so far removed from what everyday New Yorkers want.
Just
Thank you. Bro, 100%. And that's not a New Yorkers thing. Anybody, anywhere would think that.
Yeah.
It's completely fucking right. Absolutely.
This morning.
So this report says 5,000 people have been approached by these outreach teams with better results than were witnessed in this very same terminal. And Mayor Adams has had some incredibly harsh words for progressive critics who say people should be allowed to live in the subway full time with no intervention because it's a public place.
Who's advocating for that?
As not only is doing something like that inhumane, it is the opposite of what New Yorkers, average New Yorkers, are actually in favor of. Because
he's completely right. Yeah, he's absolutely right. Adam sucks, though. What is that? Why would you even say that? He just said something that's accurate. What are you thinking about something else he said in the past that's unrelated to this?
Yeah, this is a W take right now.
What? What are you even doing? Yeah, he's right about this. That's it.
New Yorkers know how much money
Trigger word
they
ending.
are paying in taxes, and when they get on the subway and they want to ride it and they're either unable to or there's no room to get a seat because someone happens to be living there, they say to themselves, where is this money going if it's not being used to take care of people who have nothing? At the same time, 2025 is a local election year here in the city, which some say has a lot to do with why new steps are being taken to change how things have been getting done around here.
And what's going to happen is that I bet what's going to happen in New York is the same thing that happened like in a lot of places, is that because people that are like of a liberal leaning refuse to address and solve this problem, people will go towards a much more right-wing solution than what they actually want because of how fed up they are with the problem. And that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They completely ignore it. Yeah, exactly. We're already there. Yeah, no, and I think that, like,
yeah, probably.
I'm not, like, I don't live there, right? But, like, I heard that's kind of what happened in the Philippines. And it's, like, also, to a degree, what happened in El Salvador, too. It's an overcorrection. Yeah.
Because every single time people see
Argentina?
a person with nowhere else to go, sleeping in the subway or on a bus, it looks to them like there is a lack of leadership on this issue. At the same time, the mayor and the police commissioners say that they're fighting an uphill battle. City laws only allow them to do so much to help people who might be in a vulnerable, bad situation, and they want state laws to be passed to enable them to do more. And the specific thing they're looking at doing is codifying what is called involuntary.
I always hate when they say they need more laws. But yet, I always hate when they say they need more laws. Yep, we need more laws. The laws are too lenient. Like their hands are tied that we can't do our jobs. Which I see people filming on a sidewalk, some officers, which is pretty rigorously constitutionally protected. Even though there's a case going on right now that's gonna codify it even more. Hopefully, it's in the appeals process right now, so we might be eating my own words maybe when that case goes out. But there is plenty of cases where it's completely fine to film on the sidewalk, but yet we see people getting arrested all the time for that very same behavior, and they just manufacture a crime. So why can't we do that when there's a problem? You know what I mean? When there's an actual problem, an actual crime. It's like when a guy cuts off your catalytic converter and they're like, well, we need more crimes. It's not against the law. Yeah, it is. Theft, destruction of property, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just, to me, it's more selective enforcement than it is. We don't have laws on the books. There's fucking laws for everything. Loitering, prowling. No.
Terry removal.
This is a guy.
We need
He's
more
got
laws.
a Skittles box on his head.
This is a picture perfect.
Yeah, the right thing to do is to let this guy just shamble around until something goes wrong.
Does he have a box?
And here's another component to this. So we had a guy like this in Austin, and he was like really well liked. He was a homeless guy, but he was old and people beat the fuck out of him. And it was like a big story here in Austin. Everybody knows about it here in Austin. And the people like this are vulnerable. And like if you're going and you're in this situation, you're gonna have people that are also homeless. You talking about Leslie? Nah, it was another guy. It was the guy that looked like Santa. Leslie was different.
The guy that looked yeah, there's a guy. There's a guy.
The picture of
Dude,
Dr.
it's the
Pepper
same
that's on the
guy.
box.
We
Yeah,
have
exactly.
the same guy
right.
over here.
And so, yeah, Santa, yeah, it was this really old homeless guy. Everybody loved him, right? And then people beat the fuck out of him.
Damn.
And these people are actually like they're victims because also like if you're a violent person, I mean this is a movie, right? So like this isn't really like a great example, but like you remember whenever like Patrick Bateman kills like this random homeless guy in like American Psycho? Well, I mean, fuck, we just had one of these things happen very recently, right? Like that that crazy guy lit that woman on fire. So yeah, no, I mean like that's and dog, yeah, exactly, right? And so it happens all the time, exactly. So it's like you think that you're trying to like do this person a favor by like have them out there, like somebody out there, like a bad person sees this as a punching bag. That's just what it is, because that's what people do. Like people are just there's bad people out there, right? And they'll do that. And it's again, it's the denial and the delusion of reality that causes this form of extremely toxic altruism.
This is a picture perfect.
It's Guatemalan. Yeah. It's not from here.
has a right to be out there. He doesn't know he needs help. We have to give him that.
Now,
He
progressive
doesn't know he
policies
needs
say
help.
that it would be wrong to intervene in a man's life when he is spiraling out of control, because doing so would take away his right to self-determination and the pursuit of happiness
That is a
as
good
he sees fit. And for a long time, various leaders of New York have treated the subway as just another public space and have made people feel bad about their desire to see people who are there and are obviously in distress.
Well, he's gonna die then? Yeah, no, I mean, like, if you want to look at it and say, like, well, it's a battle royale, that's fine, okay, sure. But, like, whenever this guy gets stabbed and beaten up, and then he's dead the next day, then, you know, that's kind of on you because you let that happen. Like, you know, you let the, yeah, that's just how it is. It's free will. Yeah, no, for sure. Well, also, the thing is, too, that when you just rage on Christmas, I mean, I'm not really mad about, like, I'm not mad. I honestly, I think this is just sad, right? It's sad. And, you know, those people that are fake statement as fuck, yeah, it's progressive. Yeah, it's outrageous. The sad thing is society won't care. That's libertarian, not progressive. Sure, but people are going to have whatever opinion.
In some way, something that would also
It's still
make
stupid.
America's largest public transit network safer and more useful for those who pay to use it. On top of that, the public transit network is not designed as a living quarters for anybody. And at present, state lawmakers are considering the Supportive Interventions Act, which would say that a person in need of medical or psychiatric care can be forcibly removed from the streets. But the only terrifying thing about this is it would be the government who determines who needs a psychiatric evaluation, and that's not going to sit right with everybody. And in the future, what if an act like that?
Could you guys see the video? What the fuck? It just popped up.
That is abused. However, proponents.
Oh, I think it's the right solution. It is. It's the right. It's not a good solution, but it's the best solution that creates the least friction.
What is?
It definitely will have negative outcomes. But it will create positive outcomes at a higher ratio than anything else.
I missed the take.
I think it's the right solution.
Pay to use it on top of.
God, I honestly, I think this is just sad, right? It's sad, and you know, those people that are fake statement as fuck, yeah, attacking progressives, yeah, it's outrageous.
I forgot the point. I didn't hear the point.
The sad thing is society won't care. That's libertarian, not progressive. Sure, but people are gonna have whatever opinion.
In some way, something that would
It's
also
still
make
stupid.
America's largest public transit network safer and more usable for those who pay to use it. On top of that, a public transit network is not designed as a living quarters for anybody. And at present, state lawmakers are considering the Supportive Interventions Act, which would say that a person in need of medical or psychiatric care can be forcibly removed from the streets. But the only terrifying thing about this is it would be the government who determines who needs a psychiatric evaluation, and that's not going to sit right with everybody. And in the future, what if an act like that is abused? However, proponents.
It is.
Oh, I think it's the right.
We already have. When was this video made? 9 months ago. I think we already have, or this is maybe law already passed. We already have something like that on the books, and it's already been abused a few times by law enforcement. So. Let me
Welcome to Nova.
The kitty cats are the way to go. I'm telling you.
All right, sir. Not enough Matthew.
Solution. It is. It's the right. It's not a good solution, but it's the
it's
the
not a
best
good
solution that creates the least friction.
I don't.
It definitely will have negative outcomes.
I don't know why we can't just like take every situation with nuance anymore. And I think the death of nuance and contradiction is what creates problems in it of itself. So not being able to see like a crackhead laying on the street and being like, that's not okay. You know, we can usher you somewhere else. I paused that over the time. We can usher you somewhere else to, like, you know, have your pity party or whatever, but like it can't be here type thing. I don't know.
But it will create positive outcomes.
So what I'm saying is, so now we need to create more laws and more problems for like normal law-abiding people and make it more difficult within their life, because now you got to pay to get on a bus, pay to get off, do all this crazy shit. I don't know.
A higher ratio than anything else.
I feel like that's creating a problem.
Of these ideas say that current laws and policies which do allow for...
Yeah, you're fixing a hard problem, creating an easy, the same problem with easier people to deal with, which is the taxpayers, like the responsible people.
Involuntary commitment don't give the police the tools they need to help those who are now in distress and who also may not have the agency to understand
fucking, like, passed out, dude. This is loitering. We already have a law like this. We don't need more laws. That's loitering. What is he doing? Like,
effect their choices have on their very lives.
is he in
However,
a store?
as your
Is that a real guy?
laws and policies which do
voice cracked right there.
help those who...
Dude, that... Bro, this is a store. He's just like... There's some dude like crashed out right here. I don't know if this is a real dude. Like...
have the agency to understand the effect their choices have on their very lives. However, as you're about to see, there's another cost associated with allowing the subway to be run in this manner, and if the city doesn't do something about it soon, things down here might get even worse.
Yeah, no, I think it's just going to keep getting worse if you let it happen. The government allows it, go figure. Yeah, the utilitarian perspective. No, see, like, I never have any problem to do something that's, like, bad if I think it's the best solution. Like, there are, like, a lot of solutions are not, like, clean. Like, there's very rarely something that, like, you can do that solves a problem with no friction and no collateral damage. And like any system, it's a trade-off, right? It's obviously a trade-off. And so, no one say final, morals is objective. I mean, like, well, you just try to make the best decision for the most people, right? I mean, I don't know. I think it's super easy to think about, right? Super, super easy to think about. Yeah.
Roll of trash. See, so look at, there's another... Littering. Like, we have enough laws on the book to enforce this problem. The problem is we're not enforcing it. That's what I think it is. That's 100% what it is. Like the dude I'm talking about would like sit in a Walmart parking lot with shit everywhere. Like, there was a trash pile. It was like manifesting and getting larger the longer he sat there.
So behind me,
like, do we need to create a law to remove it? Like, that's already against the law.
Small business. There's a vending machine around the corner here, a couple of ATMs. There are signs of life down here that kind of bring the subway back almost 20 years ago, when you used to have all kinds of stores and shops in this environment. A lot of those, however, have not been able to make it. And really, it should be no surprise why a business might find it tough to operate in a high crime environment. That is a visual humanitarian disaster that the city is.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to set up a shop in the middle of this set of Walking Dead. Fucking obviously.
Yeah.
Especially then when the zombies come in and they start eating the food. Yeah. No shit. Of course they're leaving.
Not tending to.
Sad-looking storefronts here underground, where you could once grab a slice, a newspaper, or a coffee. Of 195 retail spaces in the subway system, only 52 of them are open for business. A vacancy rate of nearly 75%.
So
and that
apparently
affects the whole economy, because like you got 52 stores there, 150 stores that they're not what do you call it? Not doing business, or 140. That thing, there's at least probably 3 people that work in that store. That's like almost like 500 people that they don't have a job now. You see how this happens? Like there's like a cascade effect. Not paying taxes, yeah, it massive cascade.
We've got hundreds of empty kiosks like the one behind me, which makes sense. This is not a great environment to do anything. It's not even a great environment to get on the train, let alone spend money.
He should be patrolling.
At least
not
they've gotten
texting.
around to reopening some of the bathrooms that have been closed for the last 4 years. That's a
Jesus.
good start. And with the high levels of crime and the constant militarization of this environment, it's hard to think of who wants to have lunch in a place like this or buy something expensive. But it's not just this incredibly dilapidated station which is having these types of retail problems. No, in fact, even one of the nicest subway terminals
Yeah,
in
you
the
got one probably
entire
right over
system,
there.
which is located down on Fulton Street, has a similar problem. That facility cost over $1 billion to build. It's designed as both
Yeah, zombie A make me homeless tomorrow. Hope you don't like being called zombies. Yeah, people can be homeless, and it's actually there's a lot of people that could be, but like I'm talking about people that I don't think that anybody really has a problem with somebody who's homeless who's trying to just kind of get by and like get a little bit of money. But the issue is that a lot of these people are on drugs and they can sometimes be violent.
Yeah.
I think that's really what the issue is. That's obviously what the problem. Like, I mean, I think really, like, we're not talking
not
about.
to bring children into it, but like, if you have a bunch of zombies laying everywhere, that's not like something you want your kids to like grow up in.
About like some guy that like got fired from his job and lost his house. We're talking about people that are like, you know, mentally ill, violent drug addicts that potentially steal things. Yeah, I mean, like that.
Yeah.
I feel like you like don't act like these are. It's all the same. It's not all the same. If I was homeless for a long time, I'd consider drugs. Okay, I mean that doesn't have to like. All right, well, yeah, but if you're on drugs and you're making other people unsafe, then like one person shouldn't be allowed to endanger 100 people. That's not the way. You can't make a world like that. You can't have any sort of like you can't have any security there. I'll be honest, I hate seeing homeless people standing in corners begging for money. To me, it's just gross, lowers the appeal of the area, makes it seem dirty. Yeah, of course it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people hate homeless people. Actually, they don't hate them, but they just would rather see them not
yeah.
around. Like, I think
it's because like their empathy starts sounding alarms, which is also selfish in a lot of ways. Like, because I really think empathy can be very selfish.
if you gave somebody the button to, you know, shoot all the homeless people to the moon, right? Or just not even shoot them to the moon, just to relocate them, get rid of them, right?
Yeah.
Not kill them, just get rid of them.
Yeah.
I think 80% of people would hit that button. Probably more.
Mall and a transit hub, yet the mall portion is entirely empty. All of the stores are closed, and the mall giant Westfield that was leasing it from the city is in the process of canceling and breaking their lease because they say the city hasn't maintained a crime-free, safe environment to try and lease out stores. And that makes sense. Anybody who spends more than 5 minutes down here understands how quickly they need to get out of here and move on with their day. And certainly, who's going to pull out their wallet or purse to buy?
Somebody said it's a homeless person. It's like begging for money. It's like a subathon. That's good, man. That's real good.
Something expensive if they think something bad might happen to them while they're doing that. But to make matters worse, even the police commissioner has mentioned that she has safety issues with this place as well and doesn't think it's safe enough for her family.
I have 2 young boys. They're 9 and 13. I don't want my boys walking around that. I don't feel they're safe when we see that, so that's what this program is designed to do.
Brian Stanton is the deputy.
Okay, if this subway is not safe enough for the police commissioner, I'm not sure who it's safe enough for. Yet it's welcome news to many that the city finally seems to be doing something down here about this environment to make it safer for everybody, including those who are in need. And you know, I don't think any of us want to hear at this point that they don't have the money to go about doing this.
As agency cries poverty pushes for congestion pricing. This is just, bro, like wasting $1 million. The psychology of fare beaters. Yeah, people, it's simple. If you think you can get money, if you think you can steal something, more people are going to steal it. That's it. It's that simple. So if you think you can get away with it, people are going to do it.
It's crazy.
They're wasting millions on all kinds of bizarre things, like a study to examine the psychology of those who don't want to pay to use this place. And speaking of losing money, this article says that the subway itself is losing $800 million a year, which is higher than prior estimates to people who evade the fare. Oddly, that number is just $200 million less than the $1 billion their congestion pricing scheme, which is going to tax cars, needs to generate by law to even be in place.
So like now people with cars have to pay more because there's a crackhead on the subway that doesn't want to pay the money? That doesn't really seem very fair to me. Yeah, it seems like a bit of bullshit to me. I don't know about that.
In the first place. And what this essentially means is that if you
with cars have to pay more because there's a crackhead on the subway
who don't want to pay to use this place. And speaking of losing money, this article says that the subway itself is losing $800 million a year, which is higher than prior estimates to people who evade the fare. Oddly, that number is just $200 million less than the $1 billion their congestion pricing scheme, which is going to tax cars, needs to generate by law to even be in place.
So like now people with cars have to pay more because there's a crackhead on...
So dumb, bro. This is exactly what's wrong with society right here is traffic enforcement. It's an easy revenue generator, and the people that have cars, most of the time, not all, have money, right? And you know right in either way, even if they don't have money, you can take their car. So it's a win-win. You know, it's no matter. So, and then it's easier to attack these people than it is to deal with the crazy crackhead, homeless dude living under the bridge. Oh my God. They just sent real hard, and that's what I think it is. That's my biggest critique with police officers.
Yes, Milo. Not enough gold.
Oh, we just lost right there. Fucking shit. That's a loss. Damn.
Defeat.
on the subway that doesn't want to pay the money?
Yeah.
That doesn't really seem very fair to me.
No.
Yeah, it seems like a bit of bullshit to me.
That's a bullshit burrito.
I don't know about that.
In the first place. And what this essentially means is that if you...
So, yeah, what I was saying there is like a cop would rather write a ticket and move on with his day because it generates revenue. It looks good on paper. They say they don't get incentivized, but they probably get indirectly incentivized with it. I'm sure of it. Then find out who cut off my catalytic converter. I could guarantee you that. Or solve any crime for that matter, because it requires so much effort. Like if someone robs your ficus tree off your front porch or something that's in a pot that you grew from a seedling, some dumb shit like that, and you call the police out to report a theft, they're probably just write on a piece of paper and call it a day and never look into it. They're not gonna go door to door to ask for ring doorbell camera. I'm not gonna search, you know, from what time to what time. I doubt they'd even come out for that.
You have a car, you will now be subsidizing crime and lawlessness down here in the subway itself. What a beautiful system.
5,600 people made contact. 1,700 were placed. Is the discrepancy there are people who didn't want help, or are there not spaces for them?
No, there are spaces for them, in fact. And you know, people do have a right to say no. The mayor says they don't have a right to be sleeping in the subway system. So what they do is they just move on. They get out.
So apparently the city does have facilities that are set up for folks who might be down here and think that this is the only place they can stay. But apparently those facilities remain empty because a lot of the people down here don't want to use them, which brings us back to the start of this video where folks like the mayor are saying that interventions need to be allowed because people aren't taking the helping hand that is being offered to them. And of course, this once again raises debate over what's humane and what's not humane.
They don't need to have interventions, and they don't need to take the helping hand. Loitering, there's so many fucking laws on the book.
Should people? What's inhumane is allowing everybody else in the subway to be in danger. That's what's inhumane.
He's right about this, but
like the thing is, like, if you're thinking about just the people that are in this situation, those aren't the only people that are in the subway. That's absolute bullshit. Yeah, exactly, right? And so that's terrible. That's what they do. And so, like, it's very...
Go piss off a cop and see how many laws manifest themselves into reality.
Very easy to say, like, oh, well, I'm trying to help these people. Yeah. You have no idea how bad it is in Vancouver now? Yeah, well, Vancouver's another place where it's expensive as fuck to live there, right? And so, yeah. This is all related to the healthcare industry and how its for-profit system is failing humanity. I think that, like, I mean, there's like 50 reasons for this. That might be one of them, but that's it.
I don't know. That dude, I mean...
But yeah, treat them like people. That's a good start. Well, I mean, they are being treated like people. But the thing is that, like, as I said before, like,
I disagree with that comment there. What did they say? It's because the medical industry's a for-profit industry or something like that. I disagree with that. I think the problem is... Sorry, I'm mukbanging right now. Is that we create more laws, more hurdles, more unnecessary bullshit to get help. I think in a lot of ways. Back when I was taking medication for ADHD, you used to be able to just get it from your prescribed doctor. Just go to a doctor, your regular care physician, and you get your medication. But because so many people were abusing the system and they were over prescribing it allegedly, which maybe they were, maybe they weren't, whatever, that now it's like heavily regulated. Now you gotta go jump through hoops, which most people don't want to fucking do. So because someone else, it's the same thing here. Because this guy is sleeping on the bench and the fucking thing, we need to create more laws that are gonna hinder more. You know, just fix the problem. Just fix the fucking problem instead of creating more problems.
My viewpoint with any of this is that
the laws are already on the book.
Your primary and like your first like goal, your first order of operation should be making sure that the people that are like not breaking the law and that are doing the right thing, that they're safe. And if you're not achieving that goal as your first order of operations, you're doing the wrong thing. Like prioritizing the well-being of criminals and the people that are endangering other people is completely, in my opinion, wrong-headed.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
People who have nowhere else to go or can't get to one of these welfare centers really be treated in a manner that forces them to move along? Or is it possible that the city's care facilities are so unsafe and so dangerous that many folks are better off not using them? Because there have definitely been widespread reports that some of these care facilities are not exactly caring.
Apex? Is that the
and
game?
The workers are
has arrived?
They're rough on the guests, which makes sense why people might not want to go there either. And the timing of this new effort to help the homeless no longer live in the subway cannot be a coincidence.
Mrs. ban all COVID deniers then? Yeah, I know, you typed that twice. I didn't read it the first time because it was retarded. And now I read it, you can stop typing it. That's not even the same thing. It's not even remotely close. You're just being a retard. Shut up.
Oh, I missed what he said.
This humanitarian disaster has been taking place beneath our streets for a long time, and this is the first time anything's being done to help the less fortunate move to a place that might be better suited to them. What do you think about that? Are the city's plans to help the homeless in the subway itself a coincidence? Is this something that they were planning on doing all along? And are they good plans? Is it a good thing to help someone move out of the subway if they truly think this is the only place that there is for them? Let me know what you think about that. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Yep. No, I think this is a huge issue. And I think it's an issue everywhere. And I think that the homeless issue is probably a great indicator. It's like one of those things where I was saying, like, this is what this is the example of the kinds of people that think that they're helping. They think this is a good thing. That's it. It's a Tuesday. Yeah, these are people like they, and I think also with a lot of these people too, they never have to live with the consequences of their own altruism.
Look at hindering movement, hindering free movement. There's like probably 500 laws that this person's breaking right here. That is how many laws we have.
And
we don't need to create more laws that say you can't sleep in the middle of a walkway.
Like a lot of them, they think that it's like, oh well, you know, you can just let them live that way, and you know, oh, it's fine, it's not that bad. You know, it's like, well, how do you know it's not that bad? Like, or you're not there. And so, I think that's like another really big issue, right? It's everyone's tough. They're all affected. Yeah, I think so too. The problem is human nature and how people don't like to ask for help, even though they're suffering. I would say that, like, I mean, you want to talk about, like, asking for help or whatever. The main issue is crime studies have shown ramping up police presence lowers crime drastically from a physiological standpoint. Most people commit crime because they think they won't get caught. Yeah, of course. Obviously, that's true. Actually, building affordable housing might help, but I guess appeasing NIMBYs is more important. Well, if you want to build affordable housing, obviously that helps. But the truth is that if you're building affordable housing to put these people in, you're also doing that at the expense of the people that are also paying into the system and can barely make ends meet on their own. So, like, it's basically like the way that I look at it is I try to help the people that try to help themselves the most. And then after that's done, then we see what's left over. Like, that's, I think, how you can, like, that's the best system that you can have, in my opinion. I think that's the most ethical and fair system. So raise taxes on rich? Well, that, I mean, of course, right? But, like, it costs less money. Yeah, they don't want help. I mean, some of them don't. Some of them do. I mean, it's a mixed bag, right? It obviously is. It's a mental health care and housing issue. Most mental health care has been dismantled all over the world. Yeah, I think that there's definitely that, too. Yeah, you're 100% right. Building more housing helps people who are struggling to make ends meet as it lowers pressure on housing prices. Yeah, I mean, like, with New York, it's probably hard to do because, like, you know, it's already, like, so developed at the same point. But, yeah. And I think this is going to be universal basic income. Can't come soon enough. No, there'll be people with universal basic income that'll waste all of their money on drugs and they'll still be living in the subway. It's because some people are just stupid. And they're stupid, they're bad with money, they're impulsive, and they don't think. Yep. And, like, you know, some people, it's just way fewer, though. Yeah, there's definitely going to be less of them. This is a really good video, though. It is. There's also the anti-homeless architecture. Well, I mean, you got to go and get them yourself, right? You can't just rely on a bench to do it. So we're blaming left-wingers today? No, it's not really about blaming anybody from left-wing. I think in general, like, it's the
public intoxication.
Government's fault. It's not like a left-wing or right-wing problem. It's everybody's problem.
Well, there's so many.
So, yeah,
laws.
hostile benches suck for everyone. Yeah, I think that the anti-homeless architecture is stupid. Because, like, you shouldn't need anti-homeless architecture because you shouldn't have homeless people sleeping on the shit to begin with. And, like, so if you make it to where, like, if they're doing it, you get rid of them, you don't need to have these, like, weird, contrived systems. So, like, yeah, that's the way that I see it. That's what makes more sense to me. Give me 1 second. Shit.
Third-party sites that then feed you information into an
funny. This is so goddamn funny.
Algorithm that then parses out that information and does mathematical calculations into where it tells you how to actually mathematically maximize your artifact power gains on your third moon cannon.
Bro, I wonder how much soda he drank that day.
All because your guild's trying to kill Sire Denathrius Mythic, and you can't raid on your main character because it doesn't do enough DPS, so you're trying to power level your fucking alt, and you're trying to get a conduits, and you're trying to get a conduit energy, you're out of conduit energy, you gotta wait for tomorrow, and then you're trying to get also your legendary, you gotta go back into Torghast, and then you have to get to layer 8, but you don't have layer 8, so you have to buy a WoW token so you can buy a carry to get to layer 8, and then finally you get to layer 8, and you have to buy another WoW token.
You guys see why I quit the game?
Oh, damn. Jesus Christ. see this one.
Just when you think that your opinion of someone couldn't get any worse.
They got worse. This guy has a lot of W takes. Metatron. Give him a
So we're
sub.
talking about Hassan Piker again, but this time we're gonna write Hassan Piker dog on top of the, I was about to say Twitter. So, X. Everyone has been speaking about Hassan Piker again because of a new clip that has just happened, something that just happened when it comes to his dog. His dog. Let's check out the clip and then we'll investigate, shall we?
Hassan reaching for something and seemingly shocking his dog to keep her in camera view.
But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
That's a shock collar. Right there. And plus this unbelievable... So the guy was just ranting about violence and committed an act of violence on the innocent dog that was doing nothing wrong. Plus, I mean, how do people even watch the slop? Constantly complain, a champagne socialist, constantly complaining about how bad this country is while he lives on a what? $3 million California house?
Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby.
I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's here we can.
It's you have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get one. I think you're choking her.
It's a 95% chance it's a shock collar. Holy shit.
100%. No, remove the 95. 100% it's a shock collar. We saw him read.
Yeah, most shock collars gotta be like, especially on a dog like this, it looks like it has a lot of fur, so the collar would kind of need to be tight in order to touch the skin, right? I don't think it shoots. The shock doesn't, like, you know, manifest itself out and shock you. I think it's like 2 metal prongs.
Okay, let's examine this very quickly. We saw him reach before the dog yelped.
Islands. Okay?
Look at that baby. She's doing nothing wrong. This is a sociopath. Not that this is a new piece of information. I mean, this is someone we've just demonstrated on screen that has been calling for the systematic unalivement of conservatives, right? So it's not like it's a new piece of information. And what happens when someone is a psychopath? They act like that with animals as well. In fact, I think it starts with animals, right?
Yeah. Same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
100%. He went like this and pushed a button. 100%. 100%. You can remove the 95, mate. Asmon.
Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby.
I think her collar's to be able to get.
Holy shit. Hassan stating he owns and uses shock collars.
There you go.
My old roommate wanted to use a shock collar. I have it still. I bought it. They are incredibly effective.
That's not a good clip. I'll say that.
Guys, 99%. 99%.
This is why XQC is so sure it's a shock collar.
It beeps. It beeps.
Association with Israel. So all
it doesn't beep, it blinks.
It blinks.
But yeah, sure.
It has power.
He's correct.
It's
I mean, I can't believe I'm going to say this in front of a camera on my channel, but XQC is correct.
What this does is
it beep. Beep. This is probably an AirTag. I'm going to assume. But see, there's a little bump there.
Yeah.
Which country shock collars for dogs banned in? Because people said like it's banned in your country. So they're banned in several countries.
England.
They're banned in England. They're banned in
Sweden.
Finland. They're banned in Denmark, in Austria, in Germany, in Netherlands, in Norway, in Sweden.
Of course.
Holy shit.
Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
This
really
makes my blood. I've got 2 dogs. I'm going to show you my 2 dogs. In fact, let me give before we continue this investigation, because I'm going to look this through.
Dogs, you can't put them in timeout, bro. It's not a child.
And this goes beyond politics, guys. This goes beyond. But I don't even care. This guy could have been any political position at this point. Where is? There you go. Here they are. My absolute beauties. They live a better life than me. I can tell you that much. They sleep. They eat really well. They get pet all day. Here they're chilling in the sun. They play with us. We spend a lot of time with them. I could never dream. Like, why would you even... I was about to say, why would you even adopt a dog if you're not going to treat them like family? Because they are family. But then again, he wants the dog as a prop in the background. Basically, okay, guys, I'm not joking. You heard it here first. I'm the investigator. This is why Hassan Piker got a dog. To use it as a prop. Like my helmet here. Look at it. Now, when I do this, is not animal a word. This is the dog for Hassan Piker. Just like I use my helmet. Looks pretty in the background, and I guess someone watching thinks, oh wow, he has a dog, so he must be a nice person, right? And then he does this on stream because he has no shame. This guy has no shame whatsoever. Whatsoever. Unbelievable. I watched this like 10-15 times. I saved and rehomed many dogs. They do not just react like that for nothing. Absolutely. He did something to this poor dog like on stream. Yeah, live on stream. Yeah. It's the shock dog collar, 100%. F, this guy is evil. We already know that. Like, I mean, come on. You know what he said. Like, don't make me play the clip again, because every time I say this, because I'm a thorough individual, I always take the clip, put it on the screen, but I've shown it so many times, and every single time I risk demonetization, because he can say it and make millions, but if I show what he said, I get demonetized. You know what? Just click any of my videos which have the name Hassan Piker, and you will see a summary of the kind of stuff that he has said. But we know he's a psychopath. Like, there's no either a sociopath or a psychopath. I don't know which one it is. I'll leave the clinical analysis to the professionals. But yeah, he's right. Do this to animals. Yeah, I agree. Also, for no reason whatsoever. But in this case, what I was trying to say is that whatever the reason you may think, to make the dog understand that what he did is not acceptable. One, I wouldn't use any pain. Two, she didn't do it. She didn't do anything. The dog just wanted to stretch a little bit. But because it's an object, just like you are an object, from the point of view of someone like him.
Well,
so
the thing is, the dog started to, like, the minute he started talking, the dog already started like, alright, he's gonna bitch. It started going
you're a
back.
supporter of him, you're an object that produces revenue. And if you are on the other side politically of this guy, you're an object that is an obstacle that needs to be taken down by force. Brute force, in fact. Therefore, someone who thinks this way, how do you think he views the animal? As a living, breathing, and in fact, loving being. Because do remember, from the point of view of our dogs, we are their entire universe. No, it's an object, it's a prop. Just looks good right next to Hasanabi and whatever the heck he's got. To each his own, I guess. His name plastered everywhere. Hassan everywhere. Look at me. Okay? And then, just like he's got these objects here, the orange ball down here, okay, we've got a picture, whatever. Then he's got the dog, and the dog needs to stay put. And if the dog moves, inflicts pain. And I want you to focus on this. I want you to think about this now. This is what he did on camera. What do we know? What does he do when the camera is not rolling? Because of course, when you're in front of a camera, even me, I try to be as transparent as I can. Yeah. It's one thing I like doing. But if at one point someone says something and it makes my blood boil, I know I'm recording, particularly if I'm live streaming. I'm careful.
Yeah, I fuck up when I'm live streaming.
I'm thinking what I would say, but I have to kind of circumvent that, because sometimes I'm like, well, I don't want to give, well, in my case, I don't want to give a bad example to people who are following, particularly if they're young. But even for self-preservation, you're like, oh, maybe I'm not going to say what I am actually thinking, because it could be demonetized.
Like that, though. I could play piano better, like, by myself than when someone's watching.
Or it could be problematic, and whatever you want. You kind of circumvent what you think, what you would say if you were in a private scenario, perhaps addressing the situation with a friend of yours and like, look at this, and then use a series of insults that wouldn't be appropriate in front of the camera. But then when the camera is off, right, we act differently. We act differently, particularly in situations where we are annoyed or angry. Imagine what happens when the camera is not rolling. With this poor baby. Yeah, there you go. Kang Ming calls him a champagne socialist. That's exactly what he is. Twitch is fine with champagne socialist Hassan Piker monetizing, promoting terrorism, calling on his viewers to exactly off right-wingers, and now a word his dog on stream. Exactly, yeah. Jeez. What is this? Hassan Piker, when this dog stands up once. Yeah, precisely. And even again, what? Yes, it did. Red-headed libertarian. Like literally everyone is saying this. Everyone. Yeah, besides, isn't he Isn't he a Muslim? I thought Muslims didn't like having dogs as pets. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You'll correct me. And of course, his audience is gonna defend him. Obviously, his audience is gonna defend him. Oh, look at all these bigots, bigots. Wait for the whataboutism. Wait for the whataboutism. I swear they're gonna say, "Oh, so you care more about what's happening to Hassan Piker's dog, but you didn't say anything about Nancy Pelosi's husband." That's what they're gonna say. 100% they're gonna say that. Clip this. They're gonna say that. Incredible. Incredible. Hassan Piker confines his dog in a 2x2 feet area using a shock collar to electrocute it whenever it tries to move, just so he can look like a dog guy. Exactly. To his audience on stream. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. Horrifying animal cruelty caught on camera by Hassan as he activates her shock collar for one tiny step off of her bed. Yeah, that's really... So again, I'm against shock collars, 100%. I'm against them. I don't think they're appropriate. But here's the thing. The thing that really annoys me the most on top of that is she didn't do anything. It's not like the dog was biting on a child. You know what I mean? And then you gotta do something because, I mean, it's happening. You gotta protect the child. I mean, again, that dog looks like the sweetest ever. So I really don't think anything like that could happen. But I'm saying, even revenge, by the way, is unacceptable when you have animals. Can we talk about that? Because animals, again, are like children. So, like, if an animal mistakenly knocks off one of your trophies or whatever the heck you've got, I guess you can say, what are you doing? That's okay. But you can't just kick the dog because of it. I mean, it's not, what? You see where I'm coming from. Particularly if you have animals, I'm sure you understand. Like, if that happens and they knock off my Warhammer miniatures, even the ones I painted myself, if that happens, I would be mad about it that it happened. But first I would look at myself. How did the dog reach it? Did I put it somewhere where it wasn't high enough? Was I not paying attention? So we have to consider that because they are like children. So already my dog should never have access to something they could swallow. I would be more interested in their health that I may have jeopardized because perhaps I was careless with my objects than the object itself. But to him, they're both objects. So if the dog knocks off something, that the dog needs to be punished. That's clearly the mentality of people that just that are like this. Goodness gracious. Yeah, there we go, Kit. Is anybody even remotely surprised that professional douchebags and terrorist lover Hassan Piker is a word is dog with electric shock? Of course not. Of course not. And once again, I would like people to focus on this. What does he do when the camera is not rolling? This is the real question we need to ask today. Hassan Piker is inhumane. He even used an inverted spike collar. Are you joking? Before on a different dog. No way.
Those are mean too.
What is it with people like this? Look at this dog. Dogs are some of the most beautiful animals. They've been our friends since prehistory. Definitely. Why do you need a dog if you're gonna be like this? That's crazy. Anyways, I'm not gonna keep... is this... oh, these are two different ones. Oh yeah, that's the proof. There you go. That's the proof. What is it? What was he talking about here? But that's the other clip where you can see that it is actually a shocking collar. Yeah, shock collar, whatever the heck it's called.
And also, depending on how...
what?
In the same positive as...
what? Man, he's a control freak. Control freak. And not even walk like 3 inches. I
wonder if people are gonna blow
which is
up
all the dog did. And as I say, I already can't stand the guy, but this makes it even worse. So next video that I'm expecting at this point is from Destiny. But then again, don't want to speak too soon. But we'll see. What's the next video gonna be? Look at this. There is everyone. Of course, because this is... goodness gracious. Throwback when Hassan Piker was shopping for dogs and concerned... oh, wait. What about this one? Let's see. Go.
It's just such a lib-ass, like, oh, dude, please don't get a Frenchie. I just read a Vox article talking about how problematic they are. Like, I don't give a fuck. I know they have breathing problems. I know they're incredibly fucking inbred. I don't give a shit.
Great.
I know. I don't care. Like, I don't give a shit. This is a dog. Just such a lib ass, like, oh, dude, please don't get a Frenchie. I just read a Vox article talking about how problematic.
Gosh,
Damn,
this guy is objectively evil.
Oh, they're doing AI
It's okay,
shit
guys.
now?
They already deployed AI, looks like. They already deployed AI. Anyways,
AI.
I'll gladly take the communist Sampaika dog and give it a good life. Seriously, yeah, me too. Me too.
Oh, I'm losing too
me
much.
too, brother.
I think that's it for me.
Absolutely. F
Is
this
there any more?
dude,
Dude, the
totally.
AI one.
Look, and this is the one defending. The children are upset that the Sampaika might be mean to his dog. Oh no. See, this is the kind of people that defend him.
This guy has W takes.
No decency, of course. It's not like they care about anyone else. And forgive me if I think there are priorities. What aboutism?
Shit.
What aboutism? We knew it. We knew it.
I didn't know he had a
Racism. This is what we need to talk
He
about.
seems so
Racism.
humble.
Because you're not allowed to talk about anything else. Am I right?
How many,
You're not allowed to
how
talk
many
about
subs does
anything
that
else.
gold have?
If there is racism, how dare you? You could do whatever you want to dogs.
That's crazy.
I guess.
Anyways, I'm out of here.